Welcome to my channel Realm Ranker. Today I will be recommending 5 fantasy-based books. So let's delve deep into the world of fantasy books, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more future videos. Looking for your next fantasy read? Here's a countdown of 5 books that will completely pull you into their worlds, from oceanic magic to dark fairy tales to cryptid-filled journals. At number 5, Seeing Beings is Believing. A hidden world of mythical creatures is not your typical fantasy novel. It reads like a recovered field journal, half warning, half wonder, where mythical creatures lurk just beyond our vision. It's eerie, immersive, and deeply strange. The creatures feel real, like you could spot one on a foggy hike if you just looked hard enough. For fans of speculative nonfiction, dark folklore, or cryptid lore, this one's a gem. Oh, and good news! There's a sequel. Coming in at number 4 is Quicksilver, a fast-paced blend of alchemy, espionage, and razor-sharp wit. This one's for the lovers of historical fantasy with actual brains. The protagonist, clever without being annoying. The plot, twistier than you'd expect. And the science woven through the story, smart but never overwhelming. Think, a Dan Brown-style thriller meets classic fantasy. Number 3, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and yes, the hype is real. This starts as a dark fairy tale and slowly morphs into something brutal, romantic, and high stakes. Fair's journey will crush you a little. It's seductive and dangerous, and while the pacing isn't perfect, it's easy to see why this series has such a dedicated fan base. If you're into rich, layered worlds and high emotional stakes, this is for you. Number 2 is Tideborn, and it's breathtaking. This book is oceanic fantasy at its finest. The prose is lush, the mythology is deep, and the connection between the protagonist and the sea is absolutely visceral. It's about identity, legacy, and the pull of something ancient inside you. If the ocean has ever made you feel something you couldn't explain, this story will haunt you. And finally, number 1, When the Moon Hatched. This book reminded me why I love fantasy. It's imaginative, lyrical, and filled with emotional depth. The idea of a moon egg changing the world is so bizarre, yet it works beautifully. It feels like a legend whispered down through generations. If you want a story that stays with you long after the last page, this is the one. Whether you're into cryptids, court intrigue, sea magic, or lunar legends, there's something here to lose yourself in. Which one will you read first? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell for more future videos.